and I'm in the process of writing my fourth.
Awesome.
What will the fourth be about?
I don't know if I could say.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Something fabulous.
yeah, definitely, of course.
And you're doing Fabellinis, right?
Fabellini, yeah. You all saw me formulate it on the show.
Yeah.
We were at Brotherhood Winery. My husband found the vineyard. He's into he makes his own homemade wine. So I said to him, he wanted to bottle his own homemade wine. But I'm like, hon, I love Bellinis. I'm like, can you help me? I want to do my own Bellini. And how I got Fabellini is fabulous, like fab. I always make the girls say fabulous. I got fab and then Bellini, Fabellini. So we have, thanks.
Melania.
I just met someone. She was pregnant. She's going to name her daughter Melania.
I think that's the cutest name.
Melania keeps us laughing all the time. She says the craziest things. I don't even know where she gets it from. Like, she just has this but things that I don't even say. And I'm like, where'd you get that from?
That's the way my 5-year-old. She's almost 6. That's the way she is.
Has,
She
this
just
imagination.
she comes up with these things
which
that.
I love it though. I have
Yeah,
to
it's
say.
very neat having a kid that's so
Sometimes
creative.
my jaw drops, but then I'm like, wow. Like, I think it's kind of cool that she's the way she is, and
She cracks me
and I like that. They're all individuals. Like, they all have their own personalities, which I love.
Super impressed with Gia's dancing. I've been looking at her.
Gia's amazing. I'm saying Gia's like she's dancing and she's so into school, and I'm glad she's like a good role model for the other ones because she's a good student and she's really dedicated, and it takes a lot of hard work and. She does. I mean, she wants to be a normal kid that wants to play, but she's dancing a lot of hours, and it's something that she wants to do, which it shows her other sisters. So, she's a good role model for the other ones.
She's adorable.
And Gabriella, she's my quiet one, but she's also like, I say things one time to her and she listens. She's like, she's that kind.
That must be nice.
I say Gabriella, I don't even have to, Melania, I have to tell her 3 times. But Gabriella, one time, she listens. And Gia, of course, she's older now, so she listens. And Adriana, she just turned 3 last week, and she's amazing. And, she just kisses me all the time and tells me how much she loves me. And I'm like, Melania, I'm like, Adriana, I love you. And then I'm like, I love you. And she'll tell me, I love you. I'm like, I love you more. And then she's like, I love you more. And I'm like, I love you more. Like, that's her latest thing. So she's really, she just makes, the other 3 are in school all day. So Adriana's with me, they're in school, all day. And Adriana spends the day with me. And I love it. Like, I don't want to send her to preschool yet. I sent all the other ones at preschool at 2.5. I feel like I can't let her go.
She's the last one.
So it's
yeah.
So I'm like, I think I want to hang out with her this year, and then I'll send her next year. To
You won't
prepare
regret
for
it.
kindergarten.
I had the principal call me asking me when I was, she said, I think you have a child that should be going to kindergarten. My youngest. I do not, it's so hard to give up the youngest.
Yeah, so I don't know. And I'm having fun with her. Because Gabriella and Adriana, Gabriella and mine were so close together. They were 16 months apart. So it's like, I wanted them to go to because they, at home it was hard, And so now, Adriana, I love being with her.
What's your favorite thing about being a mom?
My favorite thing about being a mom is my girls. They just make me happy. I could be in the worst mood. I wake up in the morning, I see them, and they make me happy. And happy that I have, especially after being on Celebrity Apprentice.
Were you away from? Completely away from them?
I was on the whole thing. I told them. I said to the girls, I said, as soon as mommy gets fired, I'll be home. And then Gabriella's like, I hope you get fired. I'm like, Gabriella. So then it so happened that I was on the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because I got fired, the day I got fired, the next day was, when I got fired, really 3 people got fired. It was me, Aubrey, and Lisa. We got fired the same day. So they asked me back. So it's like I never left. But it was great because they came to sleep with me on Friday nights. And then Joe would spend the whole day with them in the city Saturday night. And then Saturday night I went home. So, you're only off one day, Sunday.
Right.
So I would go home for Sunday dinners and then come back Sunday night. So it was good.
Nice.
So and then I talked to them, of course, every day. And then I also went home during the week. So I was the only one that did that because I couldn't in the
Not be around them,
Yeah, and the baby was little, so I had to go home. And that's why some of the other contestants were like, I can't believe she goes home and comes back. Because, everyone's like, you had so much fun on that show. I'm like, I wouldn't call it fun. I mean, it was a lot of work, a lot of hours. I mean, it was, it was not fun by any means. But you know what? I was able to raise a lot of money for this little boy Matthew that has this rare kidney disease, which is Neff Cure Foundation. Which that's what makes me happy about my girls. Like that's what got me into that. It's like thank God I have 4 healthy daughters, and there's a lot of kids out there that are, are sick, and that's what's important in life. So you know what? Don't sweat the small stuff. I'm just happy I have my daughters, and Joe's great. I know he got a bad rap this season. He's really amazing, and he's and we just we're really happy. And to me, I just got to focus on my immediate family and not worry about anything else.
That's so
That's good
hard
advice,
to
I
do.
think, for
Yeah.
everyone.
But it is good advice for everybody.
Well, you know what? Because especially what happened to me, it's like on the show, it's like my brother and his wife and my cousin and her husband came on the show behind my back, which that really hurt me. But then I got used to the whole, fact that they came on the
So
show.
you didn't know at all that they were going to be on there.
No.
So
I got a phone call from my boss, and he's like, your sister-in-law and your cousin are going to be in the new housewives. I'm like, what? I just talked to them. Why didn't they tell me? And we never went without speaking. We always spoke. So it's like now, for the first time, I haven't spoken to my brother in a year. And because of the show. What you're going to see tonight is I haven't spoken to my brother since a year from tonight. Like what you're going to see on the show tonight.
Aside from, so they had the girls haven't seen what do you think the kids?
Now, well, Melissa came one time. I invited her to Gabrielle. We filmed what you're seeing now, I think, either the end of September or the beginning of October. I sent her an invitation for Gabriella and Adriana's birthday in October. She didn't come. Then I sent her another invitation for Gia and Melania's birthday party in January. She came. But you know how I found out she was coming? Through Hollywood.com. So I was like, and then she shows up, and I'm like, really? And I said to her, well, you could have called me. And she's like, well, I never call you when I come to the kid's birthday party. I'm like, I know, but we haven't spoken since September. And it would have been nice to just say, Teresa, I know we haven't spoken, but I'm going to bring the kids to the girl's birthday party.
It doesn't only take a second to send a text.
So I think she only came for, because I sent the invitation, and so she can't say that she didn't come, you understand? So that's why she came. So now it's like, I never believed fame could ruin a family, but it has ruined mine. And it's not something that I signed up for. I signed up to be on a show with friends and strangers. Like never would I, if this was reversed, like if Melissa was on the show first and Kathy, I would have never in a million years, I don't care, I would have found another show. Like I would have never went on a show with her. Because first of all, I was on a show with Dina, Caroline, and Jacqueline, and I saw what it did to them, and that's why Dina left the show.
you think that's the same effect, or because of things from the show have caused problems between
Well,
them?
no, not from the show. They came on the show, and then if you really dissect and watch the show, the first episode, it was the christening. Like,
Yeah.
that, my brother flipped out on me. I just went up to say congratulations. Like,
That was kind of wild. Yeah.
yeah, and he called me garbage. Like, he's never said that to me before.
Jersey's the only one that does the family thing. Everybody, all the other cities.
Yeah,
it's
I would have
friends and
never did the
strangers,
family thing
right?
if I had a choice.
Jersey's the
It's
only
just
one
something that
ended up
happened.
Having the Manson family and then your family is the focus. And I feel bad for you guys because it's national TV and that's your family and it's so invasive.
Yeah,
So
and
watch
I
it and
feel
so
bad for my parents and my kids, just because I don't want to show them that, and that's why my door will always be open. Like when my brother wants to be a brother again, then if he comes back, I'll be there for him. But there's only so much I can do, and I can't make myself sick over it. So I just gotta be happy and be like that's what my mom said. Just live for your kids and your husband, and because I'll make myself sick over it. I can't. If you see, the only time I cry on the show, and it has to do with my brother because we were so close. But you know what? I hope he's happy with his family, and I'm happy with mine, and that's it. And life goes on. I never thought I'd be that. I never